Latin America is booming in terms of content creation. Platforms like Netflix, Amazon, and regional streamers are investing heavily in original shows and films throughout Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia. These That's interesting. I've had placements on, was it Love is Blind Brazil, and they're all kind of coming from like the publishers, right, that I have deals with here. But I think it's still interesting because there could also be a more direct approach that we could possibly take, just reaching out directly to maybe some international licensing companies or something like that. But he says these productions need a constant flow of music, and many local supervisors are open to using tracks from outside the region, especially when they're professionally delivered and pre-cleared. Latin culture tends to embrace heartfelt, emotional, and melodic music. Genres like indie pop, folk, Latin fusion, ambient, and even lo-fi can all find homes here. If your music connects emotionally, there's a place for it. You'll need to put in some extra effort to build relationships and understand cultural nuances, but this is a growing market with real demand. Then talks about Asia. Japan, South Korea, and China are major players in the global sync economy. Japanese advertising is known for being creative and cinematic. Korean dramas are internationally popular and rely heavily on music. Anime is now a global phenomenon with curated soundtracks. Even video games and mobile apps in this region often license original music. These industries move quickly and production quality is high. If your tracks are cinematic, highly produced, or emotionally rich, there's strong potential it can be harder to break in without a local connection or a trusted partner, but many music libraries and sync agents already operate with distribution channels in Asia, which goes back to what I mentioned earlier. If you're working with some publishers who they've been doing this for a while, you know, you're working with like a BMG Production Music, Mega Tracks, anybody that's distributed through like APM Music, like they're touching international markets 100%. What's the other one? Universal, Warner, Chappell. They're definitely tapped in. So if you're tapped in some of those bigger libraries, chances are your music is getting pushed out there. But still, it never hurts to have another tool in the tool belt and start looking at some of these. So check out that full article. I thought that was super interesting and eye-opening, because a lot of times, man, we just get stuck in our own world and country and forget, like, yo, there's an entire world out there that does the same thing we do, just on a different part of the planet, right? So there's content being created all over the place. And placements show, like, all the franchises of Love is Blind. I've had Love is Blind Sweden, Love is Blind here in the US, Love is Blind Brazil. What was another one? There was a love show in South Africa. So all types of opportunities, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Have you heard of Music to Do? I haven't. Right? As you continue to pitch your music to non-exclusive libraries, what happens if an exclusive library wants to use that same music? It's no option anymore. Like, once you sign it non-exclusive, it can't go to an exclusive library. It can only go to another non-exclusive library. Once you do that. Michael Connor says, I just passed gas today. Gear acquisition syndrome, and installed Cuba from Native Instruments. Perfect timing. Oh, bro, it's so funny because that's usually what leads me to buying more stuff, is especially sounds, is a brief, like a very specific international brief had me searching for like Asian sounds and packs and all that stuff. And yeah, that was interesting. I was what was the it was I think it was what was it? Was it Housewives? I think it was something, one of the housewives but they were taking a trip to Thailand, so they wanted like Thailand inspired hip hop. Um, Real Housewives. I don't know who of which ones, but yeah, I ended up. I think I ended up landing something on that. I gotta double check. But I think I ended up landing something on that. Um, if I find it, I'll do a breakdown. I'll do a breakdown in the hub, because I don't even remember what those sound like. And I didn't even like I I didn't even have like authentic Thai instruments. I couldn't find certain things. I was looking up like traditional instruments and I couldn't find anything. So like I was just like, it's just gonna have to be Southeast Asia. This is gonna have to work. Cinematic, man. Cinematic. No doubt, no doubt. I've been looking at a lot of international libraries. I love it. Allison says, I have a question about royalties. I'm gonna open up for Q&A. I'm gonna open up the member only line as well if you guys want to hop up on video or audio. I just opened that up. But it says about royalties. So BMI is my PRO. It collects performance. What are the other kinds, and how do I need to register with them, like Song Trust? You know what? There's so many different kinds depending on what you do. I am going to refer you, because I just seen this Instagram. Follow Music Money Makeover. Music Money Makeover. I'm pretty sure he's on YouTube as well. But Music Money Makeover on Instagram. He breaks down like all of the places. And he does it in a clear, easy to understand way, because we could possibly be here for a long time trying to explain all the places. But yeah, follow him, check him out, reach out. He'll definitely be able to help. Aaron Davidson was my first introduction in the sync. Oh, nice. Yep. Yeah, man. I know he's been around for a while. For sure. All right, let me scroll down. No doubt. I hope it helps. What do you do if you get acceptance from two libraries on the same day with the same playlist? How do you navigate that? Wow. At that point, it's just make a choice. Like, I think, yeah, it's just like pick one, maybe ask both. Is there any like consideration fees or, upfront or advances or anything? Like, I would say, like, at that point, try and find a differentiator to help you make a decision, because it could go either way. And then whichever, like, if one says, yeah, like, we pay blah blah blah, I would say, like, you can go with that. You know what I mean? Because honestly, you're gonna turn it into two deals anyway. You know what I mean? Like, whichever one you send that playlist to, they'll take those. Or you can split it. You can be like, hey, half this playlist is already signed, but these are available. And then do more. Like, I can do more if you want to create a whole album. And then you got two deals. Or you can just give all of them to one and then tell the other one, these were just signed literally like a minute ago. And then, let them know you have more like it or can create more like it. So that's what I would do. If I can find something that incentivizes me to give one over the other, then I'll do that. If not, I'll just roll with one and then start the conversation with the other one, turn it into two deals. Janelle says, if we submit our music for the live review while also pitching them to libraries, could that create problems? The tracks being flagged by YouTube's making them harder for libraries to clear. It shouldn't be. It's a problem for my channel. Not a problem, but it completely just like demonetizes my channel basically. So what will end up happening, and I've seen this happen, is like that track gets signed and then the publisher owns it. I'll get a notification that says, hey, this video can no longer be monetized. It'll show the name of the track, and then it will redirect any ad revenue that that video is earning